fine saplings, and today we are streaming for charity. I'm joined with Chibs over there as my commentator. Say hi, Chibs.
Hi, Chips.
Oh, that joke was old before you were born. Today we are streaming for the PAWS program, and what the PAWS program does is it donates money, food for veterinary care for animals of people who are going through terminal illnesses. The idea being that way they shouldn't have to choose between buying their medicine and buying dog or cat food. So anything that is donated during today's stream is getting taken straight down. One of the groups that PAW supports is the St. Louis Effort for AIDS. Today being, of course, December 1st, International AIDS Day, seemed a good time to start a year of streaming and giving back. So I'm going to be doing Rimworld this morning, as you can see, and our goal here is I'm going to be doing our first and hopefully successful Dr. Doolittle run. We are going to talk to the animals. So as you can see, I've just landed. We picked a temperate rainforest because it is absolutely full of animals. And hopefully, I'm not absolutely full of other things, and we can have a successful run. And if not, you all get the absolute pleasure of watching me flail and fail till I die miserably, which I think for some people is actually the crowning glory of watching me play anything. Um, those of you who've watched my fighting games, I'm looking at you right now. I know you watch them over and over again to watch how bad I am. And you know what? That's okay. Today, the goal is to be bad for other people. So we're going to set up our growing zone here. For those of you who somehow do not know how to play Rimworld, where have you been this last several years? It is a colony survival sim, and the goal is to stay alive, build a spaceship, and get off the planet. That's not the real goal. Like all tribal sims, the goal is to see how many new and interesting ways you can inflict death on your tiny people. Um, and I'm really good at finding creative ways to die. So this is a thing people tend to want to watch me play. So we are setting up our home zone. I got a little garden zone growing up. We are starting with a cat because crazy cat lady, right? Um, and our person here that we have picked, uh, they are gonna hopefully have some decent stats. We got a lot of shooting stats. No artistic, a little bit of melee, 4 on those animals, which means, I didn't heavy stat anything other than shooting because if, you know, the problem with doing a solo explorer run is that you are solo. You need to be able to take care of yourself. And speaking of which, let's put on self-10 for that medicine. And we are going to be setting up our stockpile zone. And basically, I figure we're going to do sort of a one-room studio thing here where we have one place that everything is going to be living out of for the moment. So get ourselves set up here. Kick it up to high because, I like to flail and fast forward. And get our zones set. So, got our first little planting area up here. I'm using a prefab structure because that saves us time to get to the meat and bones of can we do this? So, tentative goal, make friends with the first 20 animals. Or rather, end up with 20 animals to take care of. Currently, I have one. I have Amya, my cat, who... So, if you haven't played Rimworld yet, what your cats do is your cats will be mousers. They'll go take small animals, make them into their meals, so you don't have to feed a cat. You just have to make sure that there's rodents, squirrels, small animals for them to go feed themselves off of. And we're getting through the first day. So we have monkeys, we have capybara, we have, here's a turkey, llamas and alpacas up here. Here is a chinchilla. We have emus. Some of these are easy to tame, some of them not so much. And
Some of them you would want to tame, others are just adorable.
well, if we're gonna commit, we're committing hardcore. So 20 animals, as many varieties as we can tame. So as soon as base gets set up and a little bit of food gets growing so our animals don't start going hungry, the taming begins. The taming, that's what we're calling this, the taming. And so here we go, night 1 on fast forward. Now, how are you doing this fine morning, Chibs?
I seem to be out of coffee.
Oh, that is a tragedy. I mean, not as much of a tragedy as, every other thing, but Chibs needs his coffee. He is terrible without it. I'm terrible without mine. Wait, I stole your coffee. That's why he's out of coffee. I actually picked his up and I'm drinking it. See? I'm terrible. What are we doing at the moment? Like, my sprite is walking clear across the map. I think my pathfinding's broken. Going for a walk. Well, that's picturesque and lovely, but you have things to do. We have an escape pod already? Let's take a look at the person who dropped from the sky. They are a teenage space refugee. Well, that is terrible. Incapable of violent, but steadfast, and neurotic, but a really, really nice growing zone. But incapable of violent. You know what? We're having a nice friendly run. Let's start saving a few people too. I need to make my bed a medical bed. And let's see if we can do this. We should be able to do this. Come here, you. We're gonna rescue someone. Now, it used to be, back in the day, that you would get a much better option if you would capture them. And then, but you know what? We'll rescue, play nice, bring them back to health, and then if they want to stay, great. If they don't want to stay, that's okay too. But we can't very well, let someone die in the field. That would just be awkward. We'd be walking past bones for like hours. So we're just gonna come here and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna patch them up. Of course, as a guest, they get some food. And go back to planting our first crop while we wait.
What are you growing?
I am growing rice because
Make
rice.
sure to also grow some hay,
Yes.
so you can use that in kibble for the meat eaters.
Hay and kibble for meat eaters. Ooh. First event, well, second event, we got a downship. A beautiful aurora is lighting up the sky. The colors boost the mood of anyone outside to see them. Well, that sounds lovely. Also, we're gonna start taming our first chinchilla. Oh, the game is already tempting me. We just got our first thrumbo walking across. Now, I am nowhere near high enough to tame this thing, and I've only successfully tamed one once. But if we get a second one and I can get some skill up, we might lose our minds enough to try taming a thrumbo. Yep. And yay, the person we've healed up is now well enough to go walking. It looks like they're walking off. That's okay. Although they're not that healed up. Hopefully they don't collapse halfway out the front door. I've had that happen where people are like, I can get up out of bed, they get like 10 feet out the door, and then they bleed to death on the doormat. And I'm like, you weren't that healed. So it looks like Maskinen is going to safely get off map without any further injury. I am totally okay with that. Alright. Hopefully, whoever they came from, that gives us some goodwill. Alright, and let's plant rice for the people and then hay for the meat eaters. That is a fine tip, actually. So, your meat eating animals will eat kibble, which you can make out of hay, which is grain, which I'm not sure that's so dietarily ideal for them, but you can do it. And that would give us a fair amount of, food sources for them. So, flipping over this next thatch into hay grass. And we now have a whole ton of wood. There you go. However, we should take some attention to our power and security. Because, yeah, you need to have a little bit of power. You need to have some, way of defending yourself. So I think I'm going to build my solar panel right next to my base. Right next to that, get our little first battery, kind of. We can spare a battery shed. Just gonna nick out a little area here. Mine out that extra piece, and that'll stick in one battery right there. And then we can get ourselves powered up here. Because, not sitting in the dark is good.
Yep.
I mean, unless you're into sitting in the dark. I mean, that could be your thing.
Who do I look like, an emo kid?
Well, before that last haircut, kinda.
Oh, ouch. Well, fine. One of our lovely viewers says Aurora Borealis at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your Rimworld. Can I see?
Exactly. I'm like, I'm in a tropical rainforest. Sure, I got the northern lights. It's just really, really stretching on south.
Yes, you can see.
It is clearly Rimworld doing its best to be Rimworldy, and that's okay. All right, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna set some manual priorities. I've been sort of letting her do her thing, and they are terrible. So we're just gonna nudge up a few things here. Firefighting, doctoring, because of course we've got that self-heal. Belarus we went up, and then hauling I'm flicking up. But I also want a few of these items. I mean, if wood's on the map and, it takes forever to get to the wood, that's fine. It can be picked up and built as needed, but I want to make sure that the food comes inside quick, the medicine comes inside quick. Basically, the stuff that you actually need quickly needs to, be here quickly. Also, they don't consider components, things like steel, to be in base until you actually move them to a storage area. So, while I'm not so sure I need every piece of steel back to base, it's going to slow us down on that building if we don't get some of that back in. There's our components. Bring that in. And basically just going to haul a bunch of stuff in. Looks like we're about halfway through plotting out our hayfield there. And then I figure what we can do is take this area that's right in here. So we got our farm here. Take this area over here and make sort of a courtyard for all our animals. Oh, that thrombo. It is like, the problem with the thrombos is that A, as you can see, they are very fast. B, it takes a really high natural skill to train them, and we haven't been playing long enough to have that yet. However, we have acquired our first taming target, a chinchilla. So, along with our cat, who's pretty much going to self-feed, we're going to try to make friends with the chinchilla and bring it back. Now, we do have a cobra down here, and we need to be kind of careful. I don't want to necessarily kill animals unnecessarily on this run, but snakes, because they're venomous, can be really hard to deal with if they get into your base. So we're just going to let it wander away for now, and hope that later that decision doesn't come back to get us. Um, and there we are. We are almost done with planting out this area. Looks like about 2 or 3 more. What are these? These are Alocacasa. I probably said it totally wrong. Common broadleaf tropical plant. It doesn't look like they have any food value. They're just simply pretty. You know what? I am totally down for pretty plants. We do have, we have a solar flare now. All electrical devices. Hey, that's great. I just built my battery. I don't even have my solar power generator up, and we have a solar flare. Yep, it's gonna be one of those games. Awesome.
And somebody said eliminating.
Oh Lord. Well, to be fair, I am playing on Randy Random, uh, on rough, so I'm not expecting it to be a spoon-fed round. I'd be disappointed if it was. So would everyone else, because those, base builder can be a great mode to try out new ideas on, uh, but since it's so slow, it doesn't always make the best watching. We are meditating right now. Okay, we can meditate. Can we meditate ourselves into finishing up a few things? Huh? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we? Can we? Cleaning dirt. Oh, good God, girl. Alright, so I just bothered to actually, look at my character, and teehee, building power is too low for a solar generator right now, which I should have logically known, yet totally forgot about. So we're going to throw up a wind turbine, and try to be slightly less derpy. Let's start right here in the middle of our field. The strategic reason for doing that is that you will not have trees growing up in the middle of your field unless you're, trying to put it in a managed forest, which means that you can pop that sucker up, have it go on, do its thing, and it will be glorious. And then we are just going to repipe this right on in, right through the side here. That little bit of pipe, well, it will cost more in the long run. Utilities are never cheap. That will allow us to get some power coming in and some gun turrets up for defenses. Ooh. So you just heard, oh, right here. So remember that cobra I said? That sound that we just had was a cobra killing a monkey. So yeah, 2 cobra bites. And the monkey's already dead. So that is the problem with cobras, is they are, really effective. So, need meal source. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to keep this as low tech as we can. So we're going to come down here to furniture. I think it's in furniture. It might be misc.
What you looking for?
I am looking for the campfire. It's just going to, grill all of my meals. Make it as easy as possible.
Production, I think.
Production for a campfire?
It's either that or temperature.
Temperature. You are right. It is in temperature. Just going to put it right here. And then on your campfire, you can cook your meals. So I'm just going to set it up like that, and she's basically just going to cook some simple dinners over her campfire.
Sounds great.
Yeah, some of my favorite meals were done while camping out as a kid.
Hot dogs grilled.
Yum.
Yeah.
S'mores, really good. I remember way, way back when I was in Girl Scouts, we made a solar oven contraption out of a box with like a bunch of mirrored panels, and we actually made cupcakes, which sounds bizarre but was totally amazing. Also, we are going to just expand a little more out the front here. put another little door in there. And basically we're just going to make a little food area here. Make a little zone. Put it right here. 1, 2. And we are going to make this food storage. So come in here. Get rid of your allow all. And come right down. And you want a mad animal. Dang it, not what I wanted right now. A local rat has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. And it is right next to me.
Man, Randy Random is...
It is harsh. I don't know if I'm in morning or afternoon. So here's how a mad animal works. It is mad until it goes to sleep. And then it stops. So currently I've got it targeted so I can watch and see if it goes to sleep. Because I don't want to kill it if I don't have to, but I also can't take a rabid rat bite this early in game.
Especially since you're the only one on map.
Yep. Yeah, we're getting into dawn now. It's zigzagging all around. I don't hear it anymore. Yes, it fell asleep and is no longer maddened, so we can cancel hunting it. That works out for the best. Stockpile zone 2 should be food only. Priority is critical. And need a source of joy. Fine. I love how picky they are in the beginning. They're like, yay, we're happy. Now we need this, and that, and that, and that. And you're like, I just got you food, man. Speaking of food, do you know it only takes about $10 a month to provide enough food to feed a cat for a month? $10. And that provides an entire month's worth of cat food. And I find that amazing because, like, I've seen my human grocery bills, and those aren't $10 a month. Like, feeding my teenagers, not $10 a month. But for a lot of people that are sick or out of work because they're sick, they have to do, you know, they use their food stamps or something like that to try to feed their animals. Or they use their money for their medicine. And that's why we're doing this stream, is because we want to make it so that people aren't having to go hungry themselves to pay for their animals who are very much their family members. And especially at this time of year, like, we're all still slightly waddling after Thanksgiving dinner because we all ate way too much. I know you did. I did. Chibs did. And this way, this is a way that you can, for, you know, very little, make a huge difference in someone's life this year. So, back to the animals. We are now napping. We have, see this beautiful thing? This is a cassowary. I have no idea where in the actual world these things are, but I love the look of this animal. It has that funky, like, dinosaur frill head thing. See this. This is why I'm not a veterinarian. Although my neighbor down the street has a pet peacock that's always in his front yard. And I don't know how I feel about this, other than, like, slightly amused. It's awesome. Random wild peacock just walking through the neighborhood, being a peacock. Although I guess if you were a random peacock, you just kind of walk through a neighborhood too. Alright, we are now cooking some meals. That is awesome. We are just going to come here, and we need just a little more room. So I might knock out a few walls here. Deconstruct. Actually, nope, let's not deconstruct that one. So what I am doing at the moment is I am trying to balance out how much room I need for food storage versus how much room I need for everything else, with the idea of keeping it all as compact as we can. So I think if we just nudge out a little bit more right here, this wall. Oh. Correction, if I deconstruct this wall. Oh, well, I didn't realize that that was... Oh, tee. I'm surrounded by steel walls, and I didn't even notice till this point. When I deconstructed it, was like steel, and I'm like, oh, okay then.
Yep, you got yourself a happy little, fortress of
I got
solitude
myself a
there.
bunker. I'm not mad at that. I just got confused by it.
Sounds about right.
That I got confused? Yeah. Chibs, I can always count on you to be honest.
Also, thank you, Commander Root, for following us on Twitch.
Thank you very, very much. Hopefully we make your day a little bit better. And if not, I hope you're getting some couple good chuckles out of my... I haven't played this game in like 3 months, and I'm trying to remember. I've been crazy busy at work. That's why I haven't been recording lately. I've been pulling out some 15, 60-hour weeks. That said, I have missed you all, and I know all of you have missed my terrible game playing. Something just screamed in pain. Another dead monkey. The cobras seem to really, 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 really hate the monkeys. That seems to be their favorite food. Have you ever noticed that cobras and monkeys is a thing? I wonder.
I don't know. Yeah, I've noticed.
Well, there's no point in leaving dead meat to sit on the ground, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pick that up. But that means I need a butcher table for monkey meat. That's right, guys. When in doubt, remember, sometimes you just need a butcher table for monkey meat. That sounds, completely appropriate, right? Right, yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. So we're going to come down here. We're going to pop up a butchering table. They make a heck of a mess, but you know what? We are living the Kimpact life. So we're going to throw one... Oh, good. Where are we going to stick a butcher table? We're going to throw one right here, and I guess my goal of tiny house living just isn't working.
It's not gonna work.
I know, I know, I know. I'm like that in real life too. I'm like, I could throw away all this stuff. I don't need stuff. And like 5 minutes later, I'm like, where are my things? I can't find anything. So it's a balance. I need like less stuff and to care less about stuff. Of course, I also need to be like a foot taller because I can't reach stuff. So there's a compromise that goes on in life. less stuff and more crap. Thank you, Eric, for that help. That is, of course, Eric from the Epic Lion Saplings. He will be on a little later. He has one of his favorite animal-based games to show you. So, yeah, yeah. There we go. We now have our butcher table. We are popping up our bill. And we are going to add animal butchering, and we need a lot of kibble, so we're gonna do kibble until we have kibble.
Well, the game has it set up where it doesn't butcher humans or insects.
There we go. We are making ourselves a little bit more room.
Well, if you kill something, it will mark it as, unforbidden. But if something kills an animal, it's marked forbidden, and you don't wander randomly and go, butcher it. Sometimes yes, sometimes monkeys.
There we go. Rearranging a few things in storage. Yay! Our construction is now high enough to get our solar panel up. And now we can begin the oh so glamorous work of setting up some defenses. Because the last thing you need is someone to show up before you've got your defenses. So, an improvised turret has a pretty darn good radius, and we're just going to pop one right up about here. And with that, we can protect our whole little valley that we're working in here. And it goes on both sides. And there we go. And, of course, since it is close enough to the main power line here, it is already wired up, so I don't have to do any of that, which is glorious. Now, coming over here. So I think we're going to swap this teeny tiny room here into our fridge room, because we need to have a cold room, now that we've got all this started up. Otherwise, food is going to start to rot, and that's not really, you know...
What we're going for.
Well, not just that, but, like, we're taking all this time to try to make this, you know, tidy and compact and not wasteful. So the last thing we want is just... Nothing is more frustrating than doing a ton of work and having everything rot while you're... Okay. So... Charissa just joined. Wanderer joins. That's always fun. They always give me the worst. I end up with, like, pyromaniacs when I just built an entire wooden fort. Or a bloodthirsty vegetarian. I get the weird ones. I always get the weird ones.
Bloodthirsty vegetarian, the name of my new pizza.
Oh man, I thought that was the name of your new, you know, punk band. Bloodthirsty vegans. Yeah. The beets. They are after those red beets, man. Anyways.
We've got the beets, we've got the beets. Yeah, we got the beets.
Oh no, Chips, they might start paying us money if you stop singing.
Wow. Okay, 7th grade choir teacher.
Oh, I know. For those of you who don't get the joke, Chibi's choir teacher in junior high told him to stop. Just stop. He is, like, still scarred from it. It is, like, 20 years later, and he's still sad-facing me. Anyways, Clarissa thinks we should give our faction a name. Let's call it Old Man Stream. That sounds like some sort of ping prostate problem, doesn't it?
I'm going over here now. Over here is not over there.
Yeah. Let's call this, I don't know. Animals are kept in a zoo. Let's call it Safari Land. Which is actually sounds like some weird B-grade amusement park. So let's take a look at what our new colonist who walked up. Shooting of 9, traits ugly optimist. Is that like that person at the party that doesn't say no? Like, won't accept no? Ugly optimist. I don't know. Anyways, shooting of 9, melee of 4, social 1, animals 1 with passion. We can work with that. Medicine of 2, cooking of 1, construction, growing, mining, intellectual. They are smart. Maybe we should ponder our need for a research bench. Take our spare... they have all kinds of issues going on, though. Unhappy nudity, tattered apparel, lacks ranged weapon. Great. We will get to your needs in a moment. For right now, that means we go back to production, and we need a crafting spot to start making the apparently laundry list of things we just got told we need. So, okay, we'll pop that up by the butcher table. How's this meat doing? Not refrigerated, spoils in less than a day. Alright, let's put this bill up until we have... What do we got? Let's make it 20. And then... Nope, let's have her... Oh, and let's assign her to cooking. Cooking? Why don't you have cooking? Yeah, I know your skill's low, but you know what? That's better than rotting meat. Let's improve some skills. No, grab the meat, not the rice. Seriously, girl, what's wrong with you? Everything. Everything's wrong with her. She's making rice bowls when there's meat rotting. Okay.
I don't think there's enough. Uh,
Yeah, I'm throwing in another. I hate having a stockpile zone where you're stepping over, but you know what? That sure is that. Thank you, Kitty, for eating a meal. Can we? You. Are you seriously? Oh my god, you suck. Seriously, I love this game, but this game finds ways to frustrate me with the lack of logic that just make my brain hurt sometimes. Alright, we have figured out our monkey meat. Oh look, now we're cooking with monkey meat, which might be the name of Guy Fieri's new special. I'm not sure anymore. Um,
he's going down to No Town.
that would be going down to Notetown, yep. Alright, so now we have a dead chinchilla over here. So that's, let's see what got him. The cobra, yeah. So I don't know, like that cobra is providing us with fresh meat. This isn't really a tamed animal, and sooner or later we will have to find and deal with. But at the moment, I don't know that I'm looking gift snackies in the mouth, you know? Like, our food stockpile is doing better than normal, so... On the other hand, it's still killing all the small animals on site. And that's going to be a problem for our cat, because sooner or later our cat's going to be the only other small animal on site. So, let's double check our work here. We want to pop up firefighting. Doctoring, skill of 2, that's pretty bad. Patient, let's put her up at 2.
And one of
Sure.
our viewers wants you to slaughter the danger noodle.
It's Slaughter the Danger Noodle. I knew that was coming up, to be honest. I am okay with slaughtering the Danger Noodle. So yeah, we need to go find the Danger Noodles. Uh, there we go. Uh, so yes, Slaughter the Danger Noodle. Where is my Danger Noodle? You know, name of my new punk band, Where is my Danger Noodle?
The KKK took my noodle away. My noodle away.
Oh, wow. That sounds terrible, actually. I this is what we get when, after, a long day of doing various stuff, Chibi's like, hey, let's stop by this, cool record store down the street. And I'm like, sure. Found a great print of a Ramones album. And yeah, now we're getting weird Ramones references while looking for Danger Noodles. This is my life now. I still can't find the stupid snake. Alright, come here. Like, I find a bunch of small dead animals, so clearly it's still hanging around. And the safest time to kill a snake is at night, because it's asleep, and you can just miss it 20 times before your guy actually hits it. Actually, I'm going to pause and check out the respective shooting of my two people. Make sure I got the gun on the right person. Shooting of 9, shooting of 10. Yeah, okay. So, for once, it did not give me a wanderer who's a non-violent pacifist who won't defend themselves. So that's a nice change. I think, is this my Danger Noodle?
I am not sure if that is your
Yep,
danger noodle.
this is the one, because you can, so if you ever have a question, you can come to the combat tag and it will tell you what, they have done. And this is, in fact, our Danger Noodle. And it is like half the map away. Alright, high risk, high reward. Let's go shoot ourselves a Danger Noodle. So, grab your colonist, draft him to wake him up. and prioritize hunting the animal while it's still asleep, if at all possible. There we go, 2 shots. And I guess we're having snake sushi. We got snake and meat and rice. We are having some sort of stir fry. It'll be fine. We really? We kill a snake that's been killing monkeys, and we have a monkey go mad. The monkey has a feeling because we killed its predator. What? That's not a monkey, that's a cassowary. Oh, there's the monkey. Crouching cassowary, hidden monkey?
Yes.
Alright. There's our insane monkey. Insane monkeys, also name of new Hawkman. Monkey will not live long because... Yeah, monkey is not living long. We are now fighting a monkey in a fridge. Alright, we fought a monkey in a fridge.
Fight, fight, fight.
Okay,
fight.
so we are ending up with way more meat than I ever intended. Which I guess is not a bad thing, but we need to clearly rethink our fridge space. Like now. So, we are going to have to do something and fast. I have a whole nother walled off area here. I might have to make this the fridge and just make them butcher in the fridge, which is probably more sanitary. I mean, it's not like you butcher in tropical rainforest and just leave it there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We are going to move our temperature and our cooler over here. Make this whole thing a darn fridge. Let's see, do it with the least amount of, there we go. Put that there. And power that up with...
Speaking of an animal, there is a mouse running into the living room.
Yep.
The mouse's name is Casey. As his dad slowly sneaks through, trying not to make any noise.
I appreciate that. I do.
We're not gonna skin you alive if you make a sound on stream. We just don't want, copyright material going on in the background.
Lord.
Casey and the Doors, coming live from your living room this December. With such hits as Ow, Casey, that's my wobbly bits. And Casey, put that down. And Casey, don't throw your bottle at people.
Oh, we have a refugee. A jailbird named Randy Anon. Oh, that's great, anonymous. Warner calls you from nearby, chased by pirates from the Black Trouts. Black Trout sounds like a 90s band, right? She begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, she's 48. If you accept... we've got a gun. And we've got a gun turret. And you know what? Sure, we are going to do this. We are going to fight off pirates. Let's see if she's any good. Ooh. Shooting melee 6 in animals. Crafting, you know what? Provided, looks like 2 people are following. We have Blonde Man. Seriously, that's his name, Blonde Man. Okay, equipped with a pistol and equipped with an auto pistol, and they're going to ignite our butcher table and our horseshoe pin. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. Do you wanna... Why are you relaxing socially outside? You're getting shot at. Oh my god. We have another dumb one. Go inside you. Seriously. Why is this thing? Right. You draft. This bed just became medical. Now that you're drafted, we're going to come over here for a sec so everyone can set up where they are. You. Alright.
And we are being hosted by another stream.
Oh, that's lovely. You, rest until healed. Oh my god, you. Alright, we're going to come out here and we're going to add some fire to go along with that. Get a little closer so we can get a good aim. There we go. Alright. Basically, I want to take them out so I can get their guns. Okay, there we go. Okay, one down and one fling. Nope, I'm sorry, we're saving the animals. Here, come back here. I want your gun.
You want their gun so you can save the animals better by shooting the things trying to kill your animals?
Yes. Glad to see you figured out my nefarious plan. All of my plans are nefarious, actually. Don't even fool you. Why are you sleeping in a mess?
Dog! And the cute interruption brought to you by Nova.
Yep, my actual dog is in the room while we stream, and she is making sure that she can help with the commentary. Thank you, dog. I'm gonna cancel out that raid message. Alright.
So you don't seem to be doing so bad.
But see, I never seem to be doing bad until, like, it goes way bad. That's just, it's one of the perks of Rimworld. It goes great until it doesn't. But that's what makes it interesting to play and interesting to watch. A lot of
every game is different.
Well, every day for you ends in death. I've actually beaten
I've
this
not
game.
even been playing along because I know, I'd be like, okay, I have to restart already.
But that's what makes playing this alongside you fun, because when we play fighting games, you win every round, and I just die over and over and over again. So I like to think of it as our friendship is nicely balanced between the games I suck at and the games you suck at. I just happen to be really terrible at fighting games, like amazingly bad. I need to find some steel. Do I have any more left on map?
You might have to diggy into a hill.
Yep.
To see if you can't find one.
Oh, no, I've got a hill, like, right next to me. I've been using up what came with me on map.
Yeah.
Basically doing the big movie purse thing of like, oh, look, I've got more. Oh, even better. We have a whole bunch of steel walls right here we can deconstruct. That suits me, too. So we're just going to grab all this steel here and haul that to base when... But yeah, a lot of the things that we've made so far are steel intensive. Our windmill, our solar generator, our turbines. So we need to get that second cooler up for this room. And then we have to, now somehow we've managed to pull up 3 people. We have to really, really start working on talking to the animals. So, boars are really useful because they can haul like a dog, but they also have a high wild percent. That said, still very, very useful. And also, turtles, surprisingly enough, are kind of metal. Like, a turtle will mess you up. It is always completely awkward when your guy gets killed off by a turtle and you're like, it was a
Um,
turtle.
it was a turtle. It came right at me. It killed me.
I know. You're like, don't kill me, turtle bro. And it's like, it is not teenage nor mutant, but it is clearly a ninja turtle. I'm like hearing this world's slowest pink pink as my not great miner tries mining. Also, I guess I should make some graves for the people I'm taking out in pursuit of taming animals, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so your people don't get depressed that they're seeing the corpses of people who tried to kill you.
I never quite understood that one. They're like, Bob tried to kill me. I'm sad now. I'm like, Bob tried to kill you. This is literally fine. Ooh, I am having a heat wave. Luckily, I just finished building not one, but two air conditioners. Because I'm not playing terribly efficiently today. So. Alright, and we're just going to take this target temperature right on down to... I usually take it to 30, a couple degrees below freezing to compensate for doors that open. Of course, we're going to have a heat wave with a corpse outside the front door, so that's going to smell oh so pleasant, right? Ooh, but a psychic soothe. So we're going to have a soothing heat wave. I guess that's a pleasant thing? Alright. Our crafting spot. We need to make a few things. We need to make some... Well, we can make some joints, but no, we're going to pass on that right now, and instead we're going to make up 2 short bows. Because we need some people. And let's see, I think Clarissa needs clothes, so we're just going to quickly whip up some tribal wear too. What do we have? Monkey hide? We'll make blended leather. So blended leather, in case you haven't done this yet, what that does is that lets you take your various hides and make them into a single leather. Hey, a tortoise self-tamed. It is now tortoise 1. So yay that we are now up to 2 of 20 animals. I am totally okay with a pet turtle. I wonder if it's the same turtle we just tried to tame. I need to find this tortoise. No, that is a totally different... I don't think that's our ninja turtle. Nope, because right here's the tortoise we tried to tame. I'm okay with
Go,
this.
go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go.
Alright, we need beds. We need another room. So I'm just gonna dig it out. So make this a hallway. Nick out an area there for that. Start getting people some bedrooms up in this. So there we go. Just, you know, give them a little bit more room. We can do that. Those are these things' size. They're just slightly different configs. Put up some doors and now, you know, get some bedrooms set up. Okay. Ooh, and a cargo pod just loudly landed.
What's
Knock
in the
knock.
box?
Ooh, we got sushi.
Yay!
That will be fun. It's like 123. If we don't get that off the ground though, that fish and that sushi. Uh uh. Nope, that will go from cool and refreshing to oh my god, what have you done? I like how it's like your current power use is high, and I'm like heat wave and fridges. Heat wave is now over, so we can go back to another mad animal, an angry emu. Oh my gosh, game, you are not helping with my stated goal of like being kind to animals right now, okay? I'm gonna draft you and put you out here. Going to draft you and put you right here too. Yep, and we are gonna now have to shoot an emu. You know, for being our animal friendly run, we are getting way too much meat.
Yeah.
You're noticing that too? I'm like, we
Yep.
gotta be nice to animals. Game, why are you so bad? Um, do we nobody can tame our emu either. We don't have high enough. We're gonna hope that the emu feels better on the doorstep. Because I have too much meat already. I can't, at this point, like, make any more kibble. And health, blood loss, minor, a bruise, left eye shot out. Oh, man. I'm not trying to be horrible to the animals. Game, why you make me so evil? I mean, can we just agree this is not me? I feel so bad. I'm like, it'll be a lovely... I'm great at this game. It's, you know, another set of thrombos. Oh my gosh, game. Really? Okay. More thrombos.
Game, we need to work on your
Oh,
herd.
okay. We got a fault in electrical conduit that caused us to have a fire. So we're gonna have everybody drafted come out here, just so I can get them out here, undraft them, and then they'll start. Because the last thing we need is a fire in our hayfield. That makes it really, really hard to like feed our animals.
And then it spreads to your actual base, and then
Mhm. I mean, I don't have a lot of wood in my base, just a couple outside walls, but oh, we don't need to be making it worse. A group of travelers is coming by. That's great. Got some doors built. Let's see. What are the quality of these beds, anyways? Awful and shoddy. Oh, yeah. So we clearly went to IKEA and got ourselves some beds. It's fine.
no. We went to discount IKEA.
Oh, that's bad.
Like, we got all the parts, but they were so shoddily made.
Yes. There are, 3 extra screws in that box. I mean, it went that far. Alright, and we watched them sleep again. I wish there was a way to, like, skip through the night cycle completely. There probably is in the newest version. Because I think I'm playing back one version, because that's what I had already installed.
And honestly, Rimworld is one of those games where